Happy Sunday, everybody. It is bedtime story time. So grab your blankets, grab your favorite stuffed animals like me. We're ready to go. It's time. Tonight we're doing some more Where the Sidewalk Ends. A little more Shel Silverstein for you. I'm excited. Should be some good ones tonight. So let's get into it. Let's do some bedtime stories. Joey took a stone and knocked down the sun. And whoosh, it sizzled down so hard, and blump, it bounced, and glunk, it landed on his toe. And the world was dark, and the corn wouldn't grow, and the wind wouldn't blow, and the cock wouldn't crow, and it was always night, night, night. All because of a stone and Joe. Listen to the mustn'ts, child. Listen to the don'ts. Listen to the shouldn'ts. Listen to the won'ts. Oh, I'm making my own thing up here. To the shouldn'ts, the impossibles, the won'ts. Listen to the never haves, then listen close to me. Anything can happen, child. Anything can be. Don't you forget it. I'll tell you the story of Jimmy Jett, and you know what I tell you is true. He loved to watch his TV set almost as much as you. He watched all day, he watched all night, till he grew pale and lean. From the early show to the late show and all the shows in between, he watched till his little eyes were frozen wide, and his bottom grew into his chair, and his chin turned into a turning dial, an antenna grew out of his hair, and his brains turned into TV tubes, and his face into a TV screen, and two knobs saying vert and hors grew where his ears had been. And he grew a plug that looked like a tail, so we plugged in little Jim, and now instead of watching TV, we all sit around watching him. Oh, if you're a bird, be an early bird, and catch the worm for your breakfast plate. If you're a bird, be an early bird. But if you're a worm, sleep late. A piece of sky broke off and fell through the crack in the ceiling right into my soup. Kerplop! I really must state that I usually hate lentil soup, but I ate every drop. Delicious! Delicious! A bit like plaster, but so delicious, goodness sake. I could have eaten a lentil soup lake. It's amazing the difference a piece of sky can make. She's coming, the farmer said to the owl. Oh, what shall I do? Shall I bow when she comes? Shall I twiddle my thumbs? The owl asked. Who? The queen, the royal queen. She'll pass the farm today. Shall I salute? He asked the horse. The horse said, Nay. Shall I give her a gift? He asked the wren. A lovely memento for her to keep? An egg, an egg or a peach or an ear of corn? The wren said, Cheap. But should I curtsy or should I cheer? Oh, here's her carriage now. What should I do? He asked the dog. The dog said, Bow. That was a good dog. And so he did, and so she passed. Oh, tra-la-la-la-la. She smiled, she did, he told the sheep. The sheep said, Bah. Yeah. Who wants a pancake? Sweet and piping hot, good little Grace looks up and says, I'll take the one on top. Who else wants a pancake, fresh off the griddle? Terrible Teresa smiles and says, I'll take the one in the middle. Let's see. Okay, we're going to do two more. We're almost done. My dad gave me $1 bill, 'cause I'm his smartest son. And I swapped it for 2 shiny quarters, 'cause two's more than one. And then I took the 2 quarters and traded them to Lou for the 3 dimes. I guess he don't know that 3 dimes is more than 2. Just along came old Bill Bates, and just 'cause he can't see, he gave... I'm going back to farmer talk here. He gave me 4 nickels for my 3 dimes, and 4 is more than 3, and I took the nickels to Hiram Coombs down to the seed feed store. And the fool gave me 5 pennies for 'em, and 5 is more than 4, and then I went and showed my dad, and he got red in the cheeks, and he closed his eyes and shook his head, too proud of me to speak. Smart kid. Me and him and me, we're always together, as you can see. Wait, sorry, video, there we go. I wish I'd leave so I'd be free. I'm getting a little bit tired of he, and he may be a bit bored with me. On movies and ladies, we can't agree. I like to dance, he loves to ski. He likes the mountains, I love the sea. I like hot chocolate, he wants his tea. I want to sleep, he has to pee. He's meaner and duller and fatter than me, but I guess there's worse things we could be. Instead of two, we could be three. Me and him and me. Just kidding, we're gonna go a couple more. I'm making a list of the things I must say for politeness, and goodness, and kindness, and gentleness, sweetness, and rightness. Hello, pardon me. How are you? Excuse me. Bless you. May I? Thank you. Goodbye. If you know some I forgot, please stick it in your eye. I have a friend who's a giant, and he lives where the tall weeds grow. He's high as a mountain and wide as a barn, and I only come up to his toe, you know. I only come up to his toe. When the daylight grows dim, I talk with him way down in the marshy sands, and his ears too far to hear, but still he understands. He stands. I know he understands. For we have a code called the scratch tap code. And here's what we do. I scratch his toe. Once means hello, and twice means how are you? 3 means does it look like rain? 4 times means don't cry. 5 times means I'll scratch you a joke, and 6 times means goodbye. Goodbye. 6 times means goodbye. He answers me by tapping his toe. Once means hello, friend. 2 means it's very nice to feel your scratch again. 3 taps means it's lonely here with my head in the top of the sky. 4 taps means today an eagle smiled as she flew by. 5 taps means oops, I just bumped my head against the moon. 6 means sigh. And 7 means, I don't know why I said it like that. Sigh. 6 means sigh. That's better. 7 means bye, and 8 means come back soon. Soon, soon. 8 means come back soon. And then I scratch 1,000 times, and he taps with a bappity bim, and he laughs so hard he shakes the sky. That means I'm tickling him. All right, y'all. Have a good night. Sleep well.